Okay, all, I've been asked to create a video showing how to use GoHighLevel's version 2 API, which is an OAuth 2 connection. I'm going to be straight with you. I have been doing this stuff for, as I think I've mentioned before, for nearly 30 years. And I don't know who's made uh, the issue, whether it's on GoHighLevel's side. I don't believe it's on the N8N people's side. Because this latest GoHighLevel node that we have in N8N is a community contributed node. All right. And it doesn't mean that they've got it wrong either, but maybe somebody else has gotten it to work. I have not gotten it to work. I have tried all sorts of different things that that have worked in the past with no problem. I will say that my I don't use the $500 plan on GoHighLevel anymore. Just the 297 one, because I'm not doing SaaS. I'm not doing reselling for anybody, and I seem to have possibly lost ability to do um, those types of connections at that point. Now, my version 1 APIs still seems to work, but those APIs are supposed to be deprecated. Um, so I don't have a good fix for using this new V2 node if you have it. Okay, and you'll see in here if you go to your nodes that there are. Oops. This is the main one, and it is supposed to be. This is put in here by the N8N folks, I believe, and this is a community contributed one that I installed. Um, yeah, and I just haven't had luck with it anymore for a while. So what I do, anyways, as it's not even a workaround. It's just I believe it just has uh, more flexibility because then you have a straight pass through on it. Is I just do a regular straight API call to a webhook with inside GoHighLevel. All right, so let me explain this. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up I got a manual quick node here in order to kick off this HTTP request. This HTTP request is just going to have a webhook that we're going to create in GoHighLevel. And actually, this is an old one, so I'm going to change that in a second. So what we'll do is we go into GoHighLevel, all right? And I've got a folder here. I'm going to create a workflow. Start from scratch, and I'm just going to create a trigger, and it's an inbound webhook, and you can't save it until you get a sample. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this URL, okay, and go back into an 8N, put that there. I have some sample just on here, all right, and then we'll go out of this, a quick little save, and we'll run it. There's the manual one, and we'll run it. You'll see it's good. It sent it. Now if I go back into GoHighLevel and we say fetch sample request, you'll see the request right there, okay, and now you can see all your JSON. It also sends the header information, even though I don't even have that option selected. So it just sends it by default. But I just do it this way, okay? It's easier. There's no hard brain work. You're going to get the same data. You even have more flexibility because you're not confined to whatever that node gives you. Um, do you have to figure out a few things for your mappings? Yeah, but it's no different than doing it the other way and having to select each option one at a time. So anyways, once you have your sample data in here, all right, now you can do your mapping. So now you can save the trigger, okay? And oops, now you can say, create a contact, create an action, okay? And add a field, and we can say first name, and I'm just going to do this one as an example. And you'll go to on your custom field, you'll select this little tag icon right here, right? So this will be the field inside GoHighLevel if you're going to create a contact. and then you want to get the value that came from your webhook trigger, right? And so you would just select right there, first name, yada yada yada. You do need to add a phone number and or email, so that those are the identifiers in GoHighLevel, and then you're good to go. And you have access, of course, to all the other fields that came along inside the webhook body. Okay, and it makes it pretty easy and simple because you can pass whatever JSON based body you want into GoHighLevel. You can have tons of stuff, right? And then you can just map it at will. And then you're not confined to the GHL node. You don't have to deal with any of the OAuth stuff and authentication. It's just straight through. Okay, so hopefully that helps as a workaround. I don't look at it as a workaround. I mean, it's an API call still. All right, we're just using webhooks to pass the data back and forth, and I don't see any reason why not to just use the webhook that's available in GoHighLevel. You skip all the other crap you have to deal with, and it makes it nice and easy, much quicker. As you can see, I did this in a minute, and it works. Okay. And so, anyways, I hope that helps, and I hope that helps get around the V2 node issues with OAuth. I in connecting that node, I would get just far enough to where when I add the account and then do authentication, I would get an error. Let's see if it comes up. So yeah, it wants me to log in, and it will log in. I'm not going to go through all that right now. And then it'll let me select my locations. But then once I do the select the locations and or the agency level and sub locations, it gives me a 400 error, error 400, location not found kind of thing. And what it's doing is it's trying to go to the callback URL, which passes the authentication token back to GoHighLevel, and it says, not found. And everything's correct. It should work, and it doesn't. Maybe somebody else here on YouTube has gotten it to work. I haven't actually found a video that's got it working right. So if somebody has that, then stick it in there. Otherwise, just do it this way. It's simpler. It's easier. You don't have the pretty icon. It doesn't matter. You still have full control. You can do anything you want. It's a piece of cake. Okay. Anyways, hope that helps.